My name is Emmanuel Akaiso, and you're welcome to yet another episode of Chronicles of Life right here in our studio. And as always, it promises to be amazing. Thank you so much for all your likes, for all your comments, for all your follows. Thank you for your subscription, and thank you for yet all the drags. We appreciate the dragging. Thank you. Thank you so much. Right here with me in the studio, starting from my right side, I have the ever energetic, the always eloquent, the man of the hour, the person that will drag the most on this show, Mr. Follow. And beside every amazing man, we always have an amazing woman as well that likes to be dragged with Mr. Follow on the show. Okay, yeah. Please welcome with me Miss Kenny Royal. And our first guest on Chronicles of Life. Please make welcome Mrs. Jennifer Alih. It's nice to have you join us. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you so much.
How does it feel to be here with us?
It's amazing. It's beautiful. I love the aura. I love the arrangement. I love the show.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's just get right into it quickly. Kenny, let me start with you. Let me start with you, Kenny. As in the first hour. What do you think about marriage and love?
Me, I've never been married before.
Okay, so what comes to your mind when you hear marriage? Have you ever been in love before? Yes or no? Have you ever been in love before? Yes or no?
Yes, I have.
For how many hours?
Hours,
How long has your love life been?
My last was 2 years.
It's 2 years.
Yes.
So you were in love with one person for 2 years.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Miss Jennifer? Is it possible for you to be in love with somebody that long?
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. And some people are celebrating 3 months anniversary. No wahala, no comments.
Sure, we started from there now. Like, it was 3 months and then it became 9 years and then 15.
2 drops of water will make it right.
Oh, sure.
And that's very, very necessary. Okay, so I just want to continue on this light. Do we all think that love is enough to sustain a marriage? Who wants to go first?
No.
Mr. Fala.
No.
You think no?
Love is sweet.
I think love is enough.
You think love is enough?
Yes.
Love is not enough.
So why you say love is not enough?
Though I've never been married,
Yeah.
she has more.
But in your relationship, has love been enough?
Love is not enough.
So why do you think love is enough? And why do you think
Well,
love
it
is not enough?
depends on the definition of love. For me, on my wedding day, the pastor that preached talked about love, and he said love is to give and to forgive. And if I have run my life on this basis since that day, and for my marriage, I've also used this format, because for instance, if you love someone, you'll be able to give them your time, your energy, your support. If you love someone, you'll be able to forgive them, you'll be able to, so for me, love is enough.
So when you say love is enough, how does this, because she's saying love is enough, she's been married for like years, but like we're still single, and it's like love is not enough. Like what exactly did you see?
Okay, for me, why I said love is not enough, because at some point in my last relationship, I realized that the love has to be mutual. It doesn't have to come from just one person. So that is why I'm saying the love is not enough sometimes, because you can love your partner and your partner does not love you back in return.
So the question is the person you are loving you back? I think that's one question, because
the person you are committing yourself to, does that person value you? Does that person love you back in return? You understand? So my last relationship, I realized that love was not really enough.
So, like, if love is not enough in a relationship, and then in marriage she's saying love is enough, how do we then transit from relationship to marriage? because these are a generation of people.
Thank you.
Because is it possible that I get married, I can marry somebody I don't love,
Yes.
and then fall in love with the person? Although my mom told me one thing. She said, if you fall in love, you will fall out of it, right? So you better walk in love with your senses open, right? Walk into it, right? So is it possible that I do not love somebody, but then the person ticks some boxes in my spec for a partner, and then in that marriage, I then love the person? Can that happen?
Yeah.
I think,
For me,
like you
it's
said,
not. For me, if I don't love you, what am I even in a relationship with you? Talk less of marrying. Like, no. I have to love you first.
But sincerely speaking, like you said, in this generation, let's not forget that you came from a different generation, and this is a new
I'm not
generation.
that old for that.
20 years. How old was I then?
Right now, marriage is transactional. It's like you have what I want.
Sadly so.
You understand? You have what I want, and I have what you want.
For
So let's come
example,
together.
you have a British passport and I have a Nigerian passport, and then
Let's
the
come
love will
together.
be there because there's something to cement the love together.
Yes.
Because
At the end of the
I
day,
heard
just
stories.
kind of marriages break.
No, but hold on. But I heard stories of my mom telling me that, okay, those days, they just bring a man and a woman together, stay together in the house.
Not in those days.
No, Mrs. Jennifer.
Like arranging marriage.
Mrs. Jennifer.
Arranging marriage.
And send them away.
Yes, your daughter from young.
And we still even do it now. Like we still do it now because sometimes arranging marriage may not be as it was before, but our friends actually I don't want to use the word hook up, but they connect us with true guy. There's this person. I think she would fit you. I think you guys go out on a date. Let's see how it goes.
I think that's how my husband actually knew about me. I was a face in the school magazine, and then he was like, "Who is this fine girl?" And the guy, Igwe, hi. He was like, she will not be for you. That girl, she will not be for you.
Wow.
And then my husband went all in, like, she must go.
Tell me I was right.
About what?
I just said in your generation, it trended.
Yeah.
I think social media now is opening the eyes of people to see that.
For now,
she's not
how old was I when I married? You not ask me this, so you're making me feel like my mom.
Okay. Now I just want us to go forward a little bit because you mentioned something that marriage is now transactional, and then I have, I don't want to say sadly, but then the person I intend to get married, our father has spoken to me that I should sign a prenup. In the marriage. Now, what is a prenup? A prenup in the sense that our money is our money, and my money is my money, and anything that happens, we go apart with what we came with.
Yes.
Right? And I understand that, yes, our father is wealthy, and I'm also, to a very large extent, I'm also wealthy. But then there's that place of, are you signing the prenup because, am I going to sign the prenup because my girlfriend's father doesn't trust me? Or is that an insurance that the marriage will not work? I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. And to an extent, it's not bad. Because I'm seeing a light like, maybe I should just sign the prenup. But the other side, what if that's a backbone for, I'm not going to take nonsense. What if that's a backbone for, we will not work it out? Because in marriage, it's work. We have to work. It's a lot of work, right? So I'm at that T-junction. Should I sign it or not?
I think the whole concept of prenup is bullshit. Sorry for using that word. Because I think it makes, first of all, it brings doubt in the marriage. Okay, you have this self-consciousness that if you break up, you go your separate ways. And first of all, now each person is sign prenup first. Or potential, they sign prenup. Because judging from forefathers, my father and my mother, and things I've seen so far.
And my generation.
But judging from things like that, I never got the concept of prenup, and even in Nigeria. But the whole prenup issue, I feel it is bullshit because you have this consciousness that, okay, well, so if we part ways, Why should you even have that if you part ways in your mind?
Why do you think from the beginning? Because personally, there was no talk about prenup when I was getting married, and I still don't understand the concept.
Yeah, because especially in the Western world, like, you know, women are highly protected and highly preserved. So it's like a protection for them, so that the woman doesn't lose everything. Because you can drag. You can drag your wife to court.
It's not even the woman that loses all.
No, but women can play the victim card. I was there for him 20, 30 years when he was going to work. I was at home.
They are separate ways. It's the man that loses most of his property, sometimes to the woman.
Yeah, normal thing the court will do.
Yeah, the
woman will still have her thing.
And they share what
from the man. Okay, now let's take this further now. Do we believe in open marriage, especially if our sexual we are not sexually satisfied in the marriage? Can I be completely satisfied by one woman? Because you know, today I may want to eat rice, tomorrow I want to eat rice and dodo, next week I want to eat ogbono and like, can one person satisfy me? And if no, can I do open marriage? Because people are having open relationship now. 3 people are in one relationship.
Mrs. Jennifer, so teach us.
The answer is capital N-O.
Why can't we do that?
Why should you even think of that? Okay, now let me ask a question. You, the man, you want to have an open marriage. You want to have pomo the next day, the other day, rice and chicken, right? Do you want your wife to also go and do the same? No. So why should you even think about it?
Can every of your sexual needs in a marriage be satisfied?
It can.
How? Let's be Jennifer answer.
Okay.
It depends. First of all, it depends on the sexual need. Are you going awkward? Is it the normal thing we know, or do you want something extra that I'm not comfortable with?
Is there extra
that somebody cannot be comfortable with? I want to know. For example, people say spice up your marriage, your sex life, using sex toys, dildos, pegs, and all these things. BDSM, they want you to be bondage sex, dominant sex.
Those are just sexual acts and actings.
But it's spicing up.
Yes, of course.
And role play.
So do you advise this for upcoming?
Yes, of course.
Woo!
Do you do that? It's beautiful. It's
you guys, you heard it here. Do you do that?
Yes, I do.
So you advise?
It's different every time.
Wait, what did she say now? It's different every time.
Yes.
So can you give us like an example of?
Can you give us an example?
Please.
You don't always have to have sex in your house.
Ooh.
Just go to a hotel.
Okay.
Book the hotel and go do your thing. It's always different. Sometimes, the environment and, once you start having children, it's a different ballgame. That's another story for another day. But then, for me, I feel one will always be able to satisfy each other's sexual needs if they are not variant. I'm talking about all this recent thing of anal sex, for instance. I don't know. For me, it's
right.
It's not.
That's too absurd.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. You can satisfy your partner's sexual needs depending on what those sexual needs are. If it's not beyond the normal. Then of course it's what you should talk about. If for instance you want your husband to touch particular places in your body or do some kind of things or say some kind of
she's smiling subtly, I'm telling you guys.
I also have a question.
Okay.
Is it left for the woman to be flexible or left for the man to be understanding?
I think
in
both.
what way?
Okay, for example now, if your husband should say, I want this, I want this, I want this, is it the job of the woman to be flexible about it? Or for the husband to be understanding about it?
It works together.
I think both. Yeah, it's a mutual thing.
Yes.
Okay, but what if one is refusing to break for the other?
How?
For example, now if you choose not to be
But sex is
understanding,
meant to be enjoyed, really. And sex is very, very wonderful when you are married. It's different. It feels different. Seriously, like when you're dating or you're single and you're engaging in sex, you always have this consciousness of cleanliness and all that.
Let me say it again. Single people, stay off it.
Please don't have sex before marriage.
if you know you're single, not in a relationship, what do you mean?
Everything. Until you are married. Until you're married. By no. Stay away from stop having sex. Continue. And I know who you are talking to.
Yes, I want to ask for married couples. I just want to ask for a particular perspective.
Okay.
Married couples having sex in the car, like
it's great.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm
happy with this.
Yes, it's great. My pastor was talking about bathroom sex too. That is really nice. And he said, especially like if you are washing her hair and you know, and like there's a level of vulnerability. He said this. I know my pastor car sex,
Those
bathroom sex. What else again?
Those sneaky kind of sex.
it gives like a thrill.
Cinema sex. What else again?
Adrenaline is another thing that makes it very, very interesting. If you're at home, you're taking your time, enjoying the whole thing. But if you like, oh, maybe someone is coming, maybe police don't come. It's like, and then you both, there's this connection that comes after, like you know you have a secret together.
Okay.
It's encouraged.
Okay, so this question, I just want us to just say it like in 1 minute. Do you think as a single person, you should hang out with married people? And do you think as a married woman, you should have single friends? Like single friends that are single, very single, and they're your friends? What do you think? Let me start with you guys. Single. Do you?
Yeah, 100%. As long as you have that consciousness that this person is married.
Are you sure you will not influence them negatively?
Yes, and some boundaries you don't cross.
Like what?
For example, like, how will I explain now? Well, it's not okay. Yes, so it depends. I only have one friend that I know is married. Yes, but
okay. What about you, Kenny?
Okay, for me, I feel it's very okay and cool for singles to roll with married women, because for me, I feel they are going to add some kind of advantage to my life. There are some things that the married ones would have experienced, that they would have gone through, and they can try to put me on the right track. That babe, don't do this, so this is what my eyes is saying in this, so blah 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 and all of that. So that notion of
but like what I'm saying is, because this is my own perspective, right? I don't think like married people should have single besties, because their situation in life is different. For example, a married woman that has kids has to tend to the children, right? Has to tend that to her husband. But a single person can decide tomorrow, I'm going to Bahamas. But the married woman is thinking of herself, her children, her husband, to make one decision, right? Some married women cannot go to the club, cannot go to have fun as much, the kind of fun they have when they were single. But single girls can just decide we are going to have fun tonight, right? So how the kind of things that they're thinking of is different. Is it that I'm wrong, or that's just what I think?
That's why I said the boundaries.
For me,
and the self-consciousness.
I have a lot of single friends. One, I got married pretty early. I think I was about 23 when I got married, and most of my friends are actually still single. So am I going to say, oh, because I'm now married with kids, I will not do it again? No, we'll keep being friends. Yeah. But like Mr. Fola said, and I agree with you, there are boundaries. Now, there are things that, okay, because I'm married now, I cannot do. Because I'm married now, you should not do to me or say to me, or, there are some things I should not even discuss with you as a single person, because sometimes it may discourage you. And you, the single people hanging out with the married people, you're actually learning from their experiences.
Like what you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important for me, personally. It's good, it's encouraging, but it should be encouraged.
Do you want to have children?
Why are you asking?
I just asked a question. Do you want to have children?
Everybody loves.
How many
children.
do you want to have?
Everybody loves kids.
How many?
And I also want to have
How many?
kids. Just 2.
Do you want to have kids?
100.
How many?
It depends on the level of wealth. For a start, 2. the wealthier I get, the more I want, but a limit of 7.
How? Oh, that's my number really.
Yes.
7.
Yes.
A limit of 7.
Yes.
Just to
I want to have 7 kids.
Okay, now some people have this school of thought that children is not compulsory. They don't want. They just want to enjoy
Not
their
everybody
partners.
wants kids.
Like, do you think children is compulsory in marriage?
No, children, it can't be
It's your
said. It can't be.
decision.
It's about choice.
It's between the two of
Yes,
them.
your decision.
So what about?
We should try and come. I don't buy the idea of it's your decision.
No, it's your decision. Some people do not want, kids in their
But
marriage.
kids are important in marriage.
100.
There are some marriages that are sustained or pass some traumatic stages of their lives because they were children.
Yes.
Yes. Because sometimes if there are no kids, I can just I beg, see, I don't do again, But then sometimes you reach that place where you don't do again, but then you're not thinking about the children.
So what if?
Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Fola. What if some people cannot have children? Which that happens in our world of today, especially everywhere it happens.
Yeah.
Is adoption wrong? Is surrogacy wrong? Because
wrong.
I've met ladies, and that's why we couldn't even take it further. Like, I met a particular girl. She's like, she's not gonna have children. We're gonna get a surrogate mom. She doesn't want to lose her body shape.
Whoa.
Yeah.
People are
That's
like,
why
So they will not. She said she's not going to lose her body shape for anybody. She will have a surrogate mom. She will give birth to 2 children for us, but she's not going to push. She doesn't have the
But
stamina.
it's not just childbirth that makes
The
the
joy of motherhood.
Besides the joy of motherhood, your body shape can be changed by food and lifestyle.
Yeah.
But
You may not have any kid, but your stomach may be even bigger than those people that have
Yes.
do you advise surrogacy for people that genuinely they cannot have children?
Genuinely, if you cannot have children, then of course you can have surrogacy. But if you can have kids, why not? I mean, why not?
And what do we say about people that give birth to children they cannot take care of? Miss Kenny, I think you should say something about that one.
Miss Kenny, why would you direct that question?
People that have children they cannot take care of.
That's a sin. That's a sin.
Like, I don't
It's a sin. That is a sin. It's unfair, really. Like Fola said,
And
you prefer to have 2 kids,
Yeah.
but as your wealth increases, you may decide to have more. Please, let's cut our coat according to our size.
I think you should even talk about this more because of your foundation. Let me give you 30 seconds. Please talk about it. The fact that your foundation, what you guys do.
I have an NGO. You see, I got emotional. I hope I didn't raise my voice because seriously, you go to some situations and you find people that have like 7 kids. The husband is not working, the mom is not working. I'm not talking about the man is farming and is not working. They are not working. They are just giving birth and waiting for you to bring her.
Oh wow! As Jesus Christ, the Savior of the world.
It is very bad. It's very, very bad. And then these children, they are the future gangsters and the bad guys and the thugs in the society because there's as much as these NGOs can do.
Yeah.
Now I have children that we've put on scholarship. Maybe in a home I can just pick 2. What happens to the other 5? What happens to the other 5? Now these 2, in as much as we are paying their fees and trying to bring them out of that slum, they are still going back to mix with those ones that are left behind.
Yeah, because they are their besties. They grew up together.
And then at some point they'll be like, oh, you sure because you're going to school, but and all that. So it's very bad. Please have the children you can take care of. Right now I have 3. I'm going 4 more.
Wow.
My wealth increases.
I hope you can hear what Mama is saying. Okay, so let me just take this a little further. Just yes or no. Do you think your partner completes you?
If I have, yes.
Do you think your partner should? If I should give you backhand, you don't have a partner.
I don't have.
Kenny, you don't have a partner.
I don't.
If I should give you backhand,
Wait. Kenny, you have a partner.
When?
How?
Okay, after this show I'll come and ask you because that was how you did 2 shows ago. I will come back to Kenny.
do you have a partner or not?
I'm searching. I'm not searching.
You cannot find man like this. You already have a man. If I should give you,
she has a man.
Wait. Okay, wait. I don't know the name of the man.
I know the full name.
What's the name of the man?
I'm a Jupinik.
Let's continue. Ask because
I will tell you later
after the show.
Why did Akai so say?
According to what I was saying before, I was interrupted by people that have men and are hiding them. May your partner not hide you.
Amen. I have the picture, the passport.
You are single.
Do you think
Okay, she sings. Oh. So her not having a man is because of he hasn't done the needful.
Does your
partner complete you? Do you think your partner should complete you?
100%. She has to complete, but currently with like 90%. Something you can work on.
You can work on. What do you think, ma'am? Do you think people should go into marriage complete, or their partner should complete them?
Their partner should absolutely complete them.
Okay, let's just take this a little further.
Sorry, what do you mean by going into marriage complete?
Like you as an individual, what you want to do with your life? Is it like, are you going there with I got myself 100%? Are you complete on your own, or it's like I'm going there because we will complete ourselves? I got your back.
The Bible says nobody is perfect.
Yes,
is perfect. So
that's what I'm saying.
You bring your imperfections, he brings his imperfection, or her imperfection. You work together to be perfect.
You have to get to certain limits, right, before you can.
Well, it depends on the two of you. It's a mutual thing. It's a mutual thing. Okay, so let's just move this further before I ask the last question. In-laws in your home. I don't want in-laws in my home. In fact, my mom knows she's clear. Like, you can't come to my house. You have to let me know.
Even to visit.
You let me know you are coming to visit. You can't pay surprise visit. You stay outside. No, she can't pay surprise visit to my house.
Your mom.
Yes, she'll stay outside.
That's serious.
That's like, and then
I
think that
it's not like that.
I also think that I also think this, and this is something I want to say because it happened to one of my sisters. Like, she gave birth, but usually I think Omugo is from the father's side, the husband's side or something. But then our mother-in-law couldn't help her, so my mom was the best person to help her in terms of the body. I don't know if you understand. Like, she had to heal up, and everything. So she was not vulnerable to her husband's mother. So there was this shyness, and it kind of affected her healing process. Until one day, like, I think they had the naming ceremony and something. I made my mom see went or so, and then like she was like, why did you not tell me? Like, I just felt you guys needed your space and all of that and all. And some people, in-laws, they will say, I'm your husband's elder brother, you should call me sir. All those unnecessary cultural rubbish, some people don't have respect.
I think
it's not cultural rubbish per se, but for me, I feel respect is very important. It's very, very important. Like, I'm teaching my kids, if you notice, my children don't stand to greet, they must genuflect the boys, and the girl, she must bend. These things are things that we ought to even restart.
But where is the boundary for in-laws? You've had experiences. Can you guys share? Where is that boundary?
For me, there is no boundary.
Like your in-law will come to your house and just open pots and carry food and eat. Is there no boundary on all those things?
You can't just do that in my own house.
Or you and your partner, you are inside the house, you are trying to enjoy yourself, they are not knocking the door.
I think problem starts when maybe your wife is not friends with your mother. You understand? If you cannot cement the friendship before marriage,
then in marriage will be difficult.
You say bad wife is easy to handle, but bad in-law is not easy to handle.
But what if you have, for example, in my family, we have this January 1st party, right? When my parents newly got married, my dad was like, my mom cannot go and do, they'll say all the wives of the house should come and cook. My mom changed that narrative. She said she can't cook party food for community. She called caterers. And it's been over 30 years now. Like, that's been the rule in the family. So how do you handle such
situations? It depends on how your husband places you out there.
God bless you.
Simple. It's the way your husband carries you in the presence of his parents, his uncles, that's the way they are going to carry you. And you too, you now learn to carry yourself.
Okay, so real quick as we round up this episode, do you still depend on your parents for anything? Advice, help? Okay,
advice, yes. Advice 100%.
You still, why do you depend on your parents?
For now.
Okay, I'll come to that. Kenny, do you still have like your parents? Do you depend on them for advice?
Yeah, for advice, help.
And they always come through.
Yes, they always come through.
Are you anticipating the anxiety when your children will stop depending on you and they will now be independent and there will be this detached like they are somewhere in the world and you're somewhere.
There's always that time. There's always that time, but for parents, the role of a parent can never be overemphasized. As a matter of fact, until today, I depend on my parents. Actually, my mom has actually become my best friend.
Wow.
The best advice can come from her. So when people lose their moms, to those that have lost their mom, I really say sorry. I send my condolences. And for the moms that are like, please don't die on us. Please just stay. We need you. And every time my kids, they are going to bed, like today when I was leaving this, my son said, mommy wait, I want to show you something. When he came closer, I was like, I just want to hug you. That struck differently. And I can't even imagine the day that they will not be feeling too big to hug me, please.
If not for anything, this emptiness syndrome that parents feel, when the parent,
that thing is always.
I used to call my mom for like the most ridiculous things. But I stopped at the point because of. If you tell her now, she will tell her. Spiritual mother, spiritual father. It's a small issue.
When I'm telling my parents any problem in quotes, I tell them, please, I don't need prayer from anybody because in my church,
prayer house.
They will not go and collect the mic as that. Please, let's pray for my
Awesome. It's been amazing on this show today. It's been very amazing. One word. What's the closing word you want to give Kenny about this episode? What's that one thing? Straight.
For me, just love right and make sure you marry a kind partner.
Mr. Fola.
Marry the right partner and marry someone that you can complete and the person must complete you too.
Mama.
Just love your partners. Learn about each other's cultures before you go into it. There are lots of surprises, and if you do not know what to expect at every point in time, it's going to mess you up, and it may actually mess the marriage up because if the man is from a place where the woman must lie down to greet, and you're the type that cannot lie down to greet, you already know that's a problem. That's just an example. So please learn the cultures and the beliefs and the things that are acceptable in your partner's place. For the man, there are some cultures that they say, if you marry our daughter, it's like this, it's like that. Learn these things before you go into marriage because these things, they are sometimes the backbone, the things that will hold the marriage together or break it. Secondly, you must love. And like I said earlier, my definition of love is the ability to love, to give, and to forgive. What are you giving? What are you forgiving? And how many times do you want to be forgiven?
That's another part.
7 times 7.
Okay. So as we round up, we have the small gifts for you. Thank you so much. Also, because you're our first guest, so we want you to sign on our pillow.
Wow.
Our pillow of life.
My real signature or...
Well, just sign on.
Because I have like 4 signatures. The one I use during NYSC, so that anybody could sign for me. Okay.
Use the one I use for check, just in case.
So that you see my why do I have money in the account?
Big woman.
Okay, let me add Naira for that.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. You've seen our signature. So this is our address. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Till we see you again next time. Be jazzed up, enjoy your life, and keep enjoying yourself on Chronicles of Life. See you. Bye-bye. Bye.